Tonight on the Dennis Ball Show, Captain Lovehandles joins Dennis Ball to discuss Dinosaur Jr. and their album You're Living All Over Me, plus dinosaur jokes and memes. Here's your host, Dennis Ball. What's up, ballers? How you doing, everybody? We're going to talk about Dinosaur Jr. and the album You're Living All Over Me. But hold on, there's somebody on the video game. It's Captain Lovehandles! What's
Hi,
up,
Dennis.
baller?
Hey, ballers. Hey, Dennis.
What's up, Georgia's Constitution Media's in the house. Per usual, thanks, brother. And Captain Lovehandles, I'm amped to talk to you about this record. And you even have a cover song of Dinosaur Jr. that you're gonna do later on. We're gonna watch a video of it with you and Paperbagman.
And
freaking awesome.
Right. And Georgia Constitution Media is going to want to stick around for that too.
Oh yes, absolutely. You're gonna want a Georgia Constitution because there's a lot of name drops in that song. All right, hold on a second. But first, let's hit Paperbagman. What's up, brother? It's awesome. The song is great.
Man.
Yes, Paperbagman. Hold on. Let's hit Chuckleballs, guys.
Let's do it.
So you guys can park, as you know, in back. There's a special parking lot for ballers because parking is difficult in Ball City. What is up, everybody? Welcome to my comedy club, Chuckleballs. Yeah, grab a drink. You got it, Cap. I got a drink for everyone. So it's in your fridge. Get it right now and find a seat up front.
Right.
What is up? The puppeteer you met, Alexis Robinson. What's up, man? Yeah, the puppeteer that was at MomoCon. You rocked.
Very nice.
Thank you for stopping by. Exactly. All right, Alexis, this is going out to you, brother. Hold on a second. These are Dinosaur Jokes, ballers. Oh, yeah, by the way, that's Super Ball back there. Super Ball, let everybody in. They're with me, Super Ball. He's the bouncer, you guys. Get it? He's the bouncer. Super Ball. What's a scummy mommy? Nice. Neato. Oh my gosh. I have a tear in my eye. You guys have to stay because you might be in the song that's later. All right, hold on a second. Why, Alexis, do T-Rexes make the best secretaries? Do you know why? Alexis, they know shorthand. Do you guys? Yes! Yes, that's a laugh.
Shorthand.
That's a laugh. Good. I'll say that's a laugh from you.
Excellent.
Anybody? Yes. Scummy Mummy, what's up? Yes, tell me if that's a laugh, guys, Alexis. Who deals, Captain Lovehandles, with possessed dinosaurs? You know who in the church deals with that?
I'm going to say that I don't.
The Rexorcist.
The
Rexorcist! I'm counting that as a laugh.
It's a laugh.
Yeah, we got a laugh from Georgia Constitution on the first
Good.
one. Mark Rojas. What's up, Mark Rojas?
All right.
All right. Mark Rojas, do you know why the T-Rex was arrested? Small arms possession, of course. Small arms. Yes, we're getting laughs from Captain Lovehandles and me both.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we've only got a couple left, so hold on. What do you call, Georgia Constitution Media, a dinosaur with irritable bowel syndrome? Megasaurus. Megasaurus. Thank you. Thank you. The audience liked that one. They're clapping.
Yeah.
All right. That was a no laugh from you, though, Captain Lovehandles, I think.
No.
It was a laugh. I'm seeing a lot of laughs in the chat.
Yeah.
Nice. Boom. Neato. Scummy. Paperbagman. Scummy. Neato. Megasaurus was okay. Not the best, but, you know, after a couple of cocktails, it goes down a little smoother. That joke. All right, hold on. I think I have one more dinosaur joke. 1 second. Let me go to the next page. Oh, yeah, this is a great one. Scummy Mummy. This guy at the gym, you might not believe it, but I work out all the time. This guy at the gym got tattoos of dinosaurs all over his chest. Now he has Tyrannosaurus pecs. That's a no laugh. I'm giving that a no laugh myself, Captain Lovehandles.
I'm giving it a no laugh. Right.
I'm giving that last one a no laugh. But we got some. Senor Gato is in the house.
Now we're talking.
Nice, Senor Gato. You didn't have a gig with the Aristocats tonight. Scummy Mummy is in the house with the ghost jokes. Boom. All right, guys. That was fantastic. Now we're going to go back to Listening Lounge and talk about the record. But first, this message from our sponsor. I love the morning. Time for me and the full, rich taste of Subscribe Golden. It's like waking up to 1,000 new subscribers in my cup. Subscribe Golden. New from Dennis Ball Coffee Roasters. Wake up and subscribe. All right. There was a subliminal message in that, Captain Lovehandles. Did you pick up on what it was?
Maybe something about a scribe.
Subscribing to the channel.
Subscribing.
Like smashing subscribe. Subscribe Golden. That's right, Georgia Constitution Media. Boom. Good to the last sub. All right. Let's talk about this record. You're living all over me, Captain Lovehandles. When I said what band, you said Dinosaur Jr. And when I said what record, you wavered a little bit, and then you landed on this pretty definitively. You're living all over me. Why did you choose this one?
It's an important record. They were wanting badly to be on SST Records, which is where all the cool kids were, right? I mean,
right.
There was,
Minutemen
it
and
was
stuff. Black
Flag, Minutemen, and Sonic Youth was over there, and they Husker Du, and so this is their. They had put out a previous album, but this is their SST debut, and it's an important record. It influenced a lot of people, and it changed. It sort of changed. I mean, it had a lot to do with how we listen to alternative rock and college rock and grunge. You know that Jay Mascis is credited with bringing the guitar solo back to alternative rock. You know?
Yes, and he used the big muff and he used wah-wah pedals and stuff, which was sort of antithetical to the whole punk stripped down thing, but they went back to, and he I've heard him that he was compared a lot to Neil Young, but he really thought of himself as closer to the Stones.
Right.
It was like almost like it's funny, the Southern twang via Mick Jagger back to Massachusetts.
Right.
You know what I mean? Interesting.
Well, I'll tell you, this was, I know, one of my first 2 Dinosaur Jr. albums that I bought. And there was this one, and there was Where You Been. And the thing, I love Sludge Feast, and the thing about this, there was, I think maybe where I heard Dinosaur Jr. there was a show on WREK, the Georgia Tech station, called Sludge Feast. And they played the sludgiest, grungiest stuff you ever heard, and I was just totally digging it, I think they later changed the name of the show to Tongue Bath. But I totally loved it, and I probably heard a lot of bands that I ended up following pretty well. Started loving the SST bands and the Sub Pop bands in particular. So. And
that was, back in the pre-internet days,
right?
That like a good DJ would be your entree into hearing a lot of cool bands and learning about new bands, especially if they had a great show like that on a station.
Oh yeah, and I was taping them on a cassette deck, so I could listen to them later in the week,
Right. So. And then, you go to the record store on the weekend down in the big city,
right,
and pick up a couple of records by band, you go to the Dinosaur Jr. section or whatever. It was a whole thing, ballers.
Right.
Back in the day when you were young, when we're old. And so in any case, that reminds me, okay, so I'm going to there were some questions that some friends of yours online wanted us to talk about. And if anyone has input on these, please say in the chat or in comments afterwards, because we're not really experts, but we have some info, but we want to hear what you know.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that was just brought up was the similarity in the cover art between "You're Living All Over Me" and "Confusion Is Sex" by Sonic Youth.
Right.
you know, and Sonic Youth had a big impact on this band. You want to talk about that?
Well, they certainly did. I mean, Dinosaur Jr. were big fans of Sonic Youth, and then Sonic Youth became big fans of Dinosaur Jr. and took them on the road with them for a college tour.
Yep.
They were a big part of the reason that Dinosaur wanted to be over on SST. And there's a lot of noise, you know. There's experimentation. There's similarities within the two, and it makes sense that they would have become friends and fans of one another, I think.
Yes, absolutely. And it was cool how, you know, they're early on they're just obsessingly loving Sonic Youth, and then Sonic Youth sees them play and is like, "Oh, we're fans of you guys."
That's right.
They didn't even know what to do with that information. Pretty
Right.
cool.
That album cover was done by Mara Jasper, who is a friend of Jay Mascis from UMass Amherst, and so he got her to draw that cover. And she said that she was listening to the tape that he'd given her over and over. She knew the title of the album, and that she must have been thinking about the other one also. She said she must have had that in her mind. That Sonic Youth, it was done by Kim Gordon, in fact,
Yeah.
and it's a sketch of Thurston Moore. So that's cool.
Yeah,
And,
it is, and they used it for flyers and stuff, and then they used it for that album.
right.
They used it for show. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that was neat.
And one of the other things somebody asked about was, you know, in terms of the production, this guy named Peter R. said the guys were in their early 20s in '87, and the album was ahead of its time.
Mm-hmm.
What hurdles did they overcome given the low production budget? And like, what songs came together quickly and how? Which ones took longer and why? And were the songs written as one idea or the product of like jams? Did you find out any answers to that? I have a couple thoughts about Lou Reed's songs, but I don't know anything about the other stuff.
Oh gosh, I think
I
that
mean Lou Barlow, sorry.
Lou
not
Barlow.
Lou Reed.
Yeah, I think Jay Mascis. I think he kind of dictated what happened to a large extent. I don't think he collaborated on his songs. I
Yep.
think, in fact, it's been said that, you know, with Murph, that he told him lick for lick, you play the, you know, and even I
Right.
heard in rehearsal, put a drum set next to him and showed him hit this here, and
Yeah,
and
sounds
Murph,
like Murph was not taking it well either.
yeah, you know, I read an interview that was later on where he said, well, that was pretty good, you know, and that Jay was kind of impressing on him. This is something big. It's something important. So we're going to do it the way we need to do it. So it turned out well.
Yeah, it really did. And it was funny. There was one. It was like after this record came out, then Nirvana, when Nevermind blew up. There's a story about Lou Barlow seeing Jay Mascis on the street in Northampton and being like, "We could have done it! We could have done it!" You know, because like Nirvana had blown up, and they were. That kind of leads me into actually talking about, like, somebody, who was it? Andy Williamson wanted to talk about the bands that came before them and influenced them, and the bands that came after and were influenced by Dinosaur Jr. and this record specifically.
Right.
I'll throw out a couple, but just because, and then you can roll with it.
All right.
They were on the first side. They were influenced by like Black Sabbath, The Replacements, Neil Young, '70s bands like Bread and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they made it. They made you know it was cool to like that '70s music, because, I mean, they did some stuff. They were a hardcore band before, but
Yes.
they did some punk, and they did a, you know, grunge, and it was sludgy, but it did hark back to that '70s rock, because with extended solos and lots of effects and things.
Right.
And so,
and it was it. And the big muff, right, was the
right.
one of the pedals. Somebody asked about the big muff, and
Right.
And I think Santana used it, and also Roger Waters used it, or Dave Gilmour used it.
Oh, there's some songs where it's just completely noisy guitar in the background, or even in the foreground, and places where the bass is just totally fuzzy as well, and it's just beautiful that way too.
It is. He was playing chords on the bass through a lot of this record.
Right.
Too,
he was, and with a pick, you know, he was. Well, Jay was telling him how to play, how he wanted him to play it. But you know, Lou was a guitar player and Jay was a drummer, and Jay kind of took his guitar playing to try and make it sound like he's playing drums, but he's playing guitar, you know. I'd also point out as an influence Meat Puppets, because I think they were trying to be like
Mm-hmm.
a heavy Meat Puppets, because even particularly not this album, but even later you'd see some country influences, and they would go from being hard and heavy, and then even going toward country. And he had some country influences as well. So
Yeah, and you saw that even more when
mhm.
Sebadoh,
Right.
Lou split off and formed Sebadoh. There's a lot of so I just have to touch in on the chat here. Um, yes, thank you for you like the coffee commercial. Paperbagman, yes, the Descendants, All in Black Flag were all bands that young Dennis Ball really enjoyed.
Yeah.
I especially liked Enjoy, speaking of which, by Descendants. Enjoyed that album. Which
Right.
is all, there's a lot of poop jokes on that one. And also, Georgia Constitution Media, yes, black is also my favorite color. Me, you, and Morrissey. And yes, the big muff is muffy, and it takes a law all the space on your pedal board, and he had tons of pedals too. He really heaped it up, and there's an interesting okay, so I'm just gonna say as a general my impression of the record because I was more of a Sebadoh fan, and I didn't really know about this record being so amazing until you turned me onto it. I've
Mhm.
been listening to it nonstop for a
Right.
week. And it's basically it's this glorious distorted, it's very chaotic, but then he's got those, as they say, his trademark stoner vocals that are
Mhm.
these, it's this Neil Young-esque almost plaintive sound to his vocal, and it's incredible, man. I have to thank you for turning me on to it.
You know, I can see how somebody might have trouble latching on to Jay's vocals. Because they're kind of, at times they're whiny and they're out of pitch and whatever.
Right.
But boy, the guitar is just so in your face. I tell Senor Gatto, I know Senor Gatto loves solos
Mascus'
solos with
guitars.
a she loves solos with a lot of with wah wah, right? The song
Mm-hmm.
Cracked. Boy, listen, Senor Gatto, I challenge you, listen to the song Cracked off of this album. And there's a wah wah solo that just rips. And then as soon as it's over, it's bass that's just heavy fuzz, and it's beautiful. The, the whole side one just hits you in the face. There are only a few parts of the album that don't.
And
So
so there were two what engineers or producers on the two sides of the record. Is that correct?
pretty much, it was done. I wrote it down a little bit, but it was done, recorded first, some of the songs, and it was Tar Pit, In a Jar, and Raisins that were recorded first in Massachusetts. And
Yep.
so they kind of they're a little more demo-ish, or they're not. The whole album works together well, but you can tell a difference. And then the songs later on that were recorded were with Wharton Tears in New York, and he was
Yeah.
he was known
Yes.
for having worked with Sonic Youth, so they were probably all excited about that. Um,
And then they got picked up by SST, and their friend who put out their first record was really bummed about it.
that was
You
Homestead
know.
Records, and he was kind
Yeah.
of that guy was kind of waiting for the final recordings and the album art, and then found out they'd gone with the other.
And
But
and but yeah, the Homestead did okay. The Sebadoh ended up doing a lot of records on Homestead Records, which I'm sure didn't hurt them.
that's what I was going to point out, that their first three albums were on Homestead, and this was after Dinosaur had gone to SST, but Sonic Youth
Mm-hmm.
also did some stuff on Homestead as well as Bad Brains and Naked Ray Gun. So they did okay. So
Yeah, and I actually, a young Dennis Ball sent a demo to Homestead Records, and they never said anything back.
oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's
It's
good.
okay. It's fine.
Right.
It's fine. And I actually sent a demo to Peter Jesperson too, and I'm interviewing him in a few weeks, so I'm definitely gonna put his feet to the fire on that one.
Right. But then,
Uh,
after Homestead Records, Sebado went not to SST but to Sub Pop Records, which is
oh,
interesting.
okay.
So that's a cool thing. With their album Bubble and Scrape was the first one with Sub Pop, which Sub Pop was a cool label too. That's where Nirvana was when they did Bleach. And the book we read, Our Band Could Be Your Life, didn't cover Nirvana, and the reason was they weren't an underground band because they went big label so soon. But
Right.
but Sub Pop had Fluid, Nirvana. They had Mudhoney. They had Flipper, which I enjoyed those old Flipper songs. So anyway,
And
and
so
Sebado.
so speaking of Nirvana, Nirvana is one of the many bands to get back to Andy Williamson's question.
Hmm.
Nirvana is one of the many bands that were influenced by this album. And
Right,
also Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins, Black Francis from the Pixies, Radiohead,
right,
Blur, Built to Spill, Henry Rollins, Kevin
right,
Shields from My Bloody Valentine, among others, all cited this record specifically as being an influence to them.
right. Now, do you have a physical copy of the album?
I don't know. I
Okay,
did not purchase this yet.
okay,
I probably will. I mean, I did notice that, the original version does not have Just Like Heaven. Hold on,
right.
let me give the at the end, let me put the song list slide up. So there was also like the last two songs here you can see are Blue Lou Barlow songs, which we'll
Hmm.
talk about in a second. Um, but yeah, then 10 was on the US pressing Just Like Heaven, and then they also did I Want You to Show Me the Way
All right, that's
Every
the
Day.
SST CD. That's the one I have. I have the one with Show Me the Way.
I would hope, I would pray that I would end up with a version of it that has both of them on it. Because those songs are great. I know they're covers, but
Right.
they're freaking phenomenal covers.
Well, of
They're
course,
amazing.
yeah, of course, Frampton used his talk box on "Show Me the Way," but Jay used wah wah for that effect, and it's pretty cool too. So,
Homestead Records does nothing to do with Homestar Runner, Senor Gato.
come on, Senor Gato.
It was sort of like homemade records, which is why Sebado was so perfect on it. All right, hold
Right.
on. Let me get back to our questions so that we don't totally lose track.
Okay.
Rodney M was the one who asked about the Big Muff, so
Right.
peace out, Rodney. And yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, David Gilmour and Santana were first famous users of that pedal. Um, and yeah, somebody was asking what was Punk doing with sound to compare? What pedals were they using? I'd say they were probably just using straight distortion, man.
Yeah, in punk, yeah, yeah. If we're talking about Minor Threat or those bands like
The
that,
Ramones or something.
yeah,
Tell
Ramones.
Bambi, what are the Ramones using? Bambi, I mean, Senor
Senor
Gato.
Gato.
What are the Ramones using? I know you know because I know you can play those songs and make it sound just
Right.
like them. So you tell us in the comments. Yeah, Just Like Heaven, Paperbagman is awesome. It's really good,
Yeah.
and he captures the vocal but does something different with it.
Mhm.
It's really excellent.
Right.
Let's talk really quickly about the Lou Barlow songs.
Okay. Good.
So Lou's, he worked on that for a really, really, really long time before he shared it with the band because he was so self-conscious about
Right.
sharing it. Because Jay Mascis was such a freaking control freak.
Right. I love it.
No offense, Jay.
Here's my thought on that.
Yeah.
You got those first 7 songs with Jay Mascis singing, and then you got Lose, and you go, waited this long to sing. He's got a great voice. I mean, he's on pitch.
Yeah.
He's got a great rock voice too. And it's a good rock
He
song. I
does.
like it.
And he wrote that song to meet girls, and he actually did meet a girl with it. Good job, Lou. He met a girl at a young woman at a radio station who I think he went on to date, and maybe, I don't know if that went
Okay.
further, but you knew that, right?
Me?
Yes, of course.
I don't know
You knew that
bit.
fact.
Sure, I
You
did.
didn't know that fact?
Sure, I did. Oh,
Okay,
I
cool.
did know that he was using those songs. Those were examples of songs to play for girls. Yes, I knew
Gato said
that.
straight into the amp on the punk
There you go.
distortion, just
See,
overdriven.
the Sonic Youth was using effects, um, and Husker Du was putting up a wall of sound, of course. Um, so there were some effects going on, but they weren't hardcore bands either.
Greg, so in terms of the Dinosaur Jr. effects, to touch on the G. Oh wait, it was actually talking about Greg Sage is talking about chord progressions. He's
Right.
talking about G C D and the oscillating C and to D that we hear on Severed Lips, and apparently he kind of favors that G C D and then C D
Okay.
um, p- chord progression.
Some of
I don't.
There's some
Do
simple
you?
ones there, and I think that's the point he's making. They're simple, but they're not all simple. There's some arrangements there, and the thing is, his songwriting is kind of all over the place as far as structure. He may come in and not even have a chorus in a song, or he may, they
Yeah.
hit you with a bridge first, or something like that. It's it's pretty cool, but yeah, and particularly the Barlow songs. He was very simple chord structure on those.
All
So
right.
lose it.
So let's before we wrap it up and listen to your cover song, I need to ask you, like, when did you ever see this band live, and do you remember the first time you heard this record, and how did you react to it?
It would have been the early 90s when I heard the record. And here's an interesting thing. I had the two albums. They did three albums as this three group that's on here. That's why we wanted to use this. We wanted to have one that was these three guys, because this is the classic lineup. And then when they broke up,
Yes.
Jay kind of was doing projects and sometimes did it all himself. And then 19 years later, they got back together for the Beyond tour. And that's when I saw them. And I saw them at Variety Playhouse, if you can believe that. And if you think it's loud, boy, it was loud.
Cool.
It was incredibly loud. I went and stood down close so I could watch Jay play for a little bit, and also stood in the balcony a little bit. So it was really a good show, though.
I never saw Dinosaur Jr. play,
Hmm.
but I saw Sebado play
Right.
one time in the 90s, and it was actually when they were strange still. And if I'm not mistaken, Lou Barlow said something snarky about Dinosaur Jr. from the stage.
Wouldn't doubt it. He probably still does.
Yeah, and but it was fun. It was a great show. I
Yeah.
loved it. I'm a huge fan of Lou Barlow, and I hope he watches this and he comes on this show.
Yeah. I like him a lot, too.
Please, Lou.
Yeah.
All right, so and on that note, Dinosaur Jr. Yeah, we're not done yet, Georgia Constitution. We're nowhere near done. We still have to do all the memes, and I have a lot of them.
Oh,
and
my
plus,
goodness.
plus we have this song by Captain Lovehandles and Paperbagman. Watch it right now.
Dennis falls away from me. I guess I'll fall. Dennis always smashes me. Again I'll fall. For his love to me makes me call. Wimbledon of comedy. That's Dennis Fall. At Chuckleballs, he buys around for all the ballers are best.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
Paperbagman.
Incredible. Paperbagman, thank you.
Paperbagman is the best.
I know. You're the best, Captain Lovehandles. All right, let's go to the memes because this is going to become a love fest. Let's just go to the meme. That was so good. I can't even. I'm going to put that as its own thing. And hopefully I can include it on the Dennis Ball EP. I need to figure out the logistics of that. All right. We have dinosaur memes. Punk or junk. Punk means they're good. Junk means bad. Okay, this is perfect. Yes, exactly. So let's go into it. Memes. It's just a muscular Barney, that's all. I give it a yes because it's so disturbing.
It is disturbing.
Come on, Captain.
Okay.
Look at him.
It's Punk. I like
It is Punk. Okay. Good, thank you. All right, that was a good one. All right, here, let's move on to the next one. Guys, weigh in on the thing. I know there's a little bit of a delay, but we'll just keep moving. I hate change. I don't want to adapt, Captain Lovehandles. I like
I
that
want to
one.
adapt. That goes with the song Tar Pit, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
album.
I know that. All right, let's keep moving. I thought that was pretty good. I mean,
It's
it's a little
pretty good.
meh, but
Good.
science can help you clone a dinosaur. Humanities can tell you why it's a bad idea.
That's
Yeah, that's
Pretty
Punk.
been
I like
funny.
that one.
yeah, it's good.
These are good. I found these on
I
like
like
a
it.
science board. So they're all pretty good.
Yeah.
The people who made them are smart. Since it takes about 250 million years for the sun in our solar system to orbit the entire Milky Way, that means dinosaurs lived on the opposite side of the galaxy from us.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a head scratcher, right?
Yeah.
I it's pretty. I don't know if that's Punk or junk,
I
but
don't know.
it made me think, so I'm gonna give it a ding. And, all right, this is a good one here. Clever girl. Oh my God, is he flirting with me? This is my chance. I'm going to kiss him. Oh, I'm such a klutz.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's good, right, Captain Lovehandles?
Good.
That's a classic. All right, I'm assuming that we're getting reactions from you ballers in the chat. This is like this is like the skeleton of a meme.
Yeah.
Like you can put things in there. You can put your own text on it.
Okay,
You know,
well,
but
that's
it's
a
just
dog.
this. It's a dog. Yes, wearing a dinosaur hat at like a dinosaur park.
Okay. I applaud
You know,
whoever did that.
I
Okay.
I know. Exactly. You can see where you could go with that with a meme. There's a lot of kind of things you could do with that.
Or a dinosaur exhibit at some science museum or something.
All right, we got a junk from Nito, and we got
Okay.
a couple of we got a punk from Paperbagman. We got a punk from Georgia Constitution Media. We got a punk from Nito. We got a junk from Georgia Constitution. We got a punk from Gato.
Good.
We got a laugh from Paperbagman. All right, good. They're coming in. All right, let's keep moving. Keep voting. How it started and how it's going.
Okay.
There's a lot of ones about how birds are dinosaurs, which I absolutely love.
But you know that means that he's coming at you like that. You'd definitely take off running.
I know, they are pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting some more punks. We got a Blowin' Mind by Nito. Punk by Paperbagman. Puppies are always punks as Gato. Yeah, I know. That was cute, right? A couple more punks from Georgia Constitution and Nito. All right, let's keep moving. This is a good one. So you have a 3D printer? I bet you print some amazing things. Me. Hold on, I'll show you what he's printing. It's
Okay.
arms for a chicken.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, can you see it? Hold on.
Yeah,
wait,
so he
oops.
turns the chicken into a Tyrannosaurus, right?
Exactly. He turns the chicken into a T-Rex.
That's sweet.
Right. That is pretty good, right? That's punk. Yeah, okay. I'm giving us both a punk on those. Let's keep moving here. The elusive Redactyl.
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 Very good.
Right? That's punk, right? Good
Yeah.
job, Jenna B. Bad.
Jenna
I
be
thought
back.
that was, yeah, Jenna B. Bad was good. Geese are
Clever.
evil. We're getting more punks coming in. Punk, 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 punk. Geese are evil, punk. They are evil. Evolution in Pokemon. Kitty to lion to another lion.
Uh-huh.
Digimon evolution. The kitten turns into a pterodactyl, turns into a refrigerator with a machine gun on it.
Correct. Okay.
Actual evolution. Tyrannosaurus Rex turns into a chicken.
Okay. Now, if anything ever made you doubt evolution, that's it.
Exactly. Seriously. But it's not directly pterodactyl. I mean, but in any case, I thought that was pretty funny.
It's funny.
Okay. Punk. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see here. Whenever you're sad, Captain Lovehandles, just imagine a T-Rex making a bed.
Oh, that would be so sad. Oh, it makes
know, that
me
would be
happy.
sad.
I'm sorry. Not sad. You look at him.
Good, we're getting good punks coming through. Damn punk. Wordplay is punk and punk chicken. Let's keep moving through these.
Okay.
Are you okay, babe? You haven't touched your Weenie-saurus.
Oh, man, now I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Boom! The Weenie-saurus. Is that punk?
I would buy it.
I know. And also they did a good job captioning it. Are you okay, honey? You haven't touched your Weenie-saurus. Like, that's like it's Weenie-saurus night at that house.
That's right. It's
All
like
right, hold
Sloppy
on a
Joe's.
second. I got a couple more here. BBC Earth. Scientists accidentally grew a chicken with the face of a dinosaur.
Okay.
And then Anson says, you don't just accidentally grow a dinosaur chicken. Y'all always lying.
Don't accidentally.
Yeah, seriously, Anson, I agree. That's no accident.
Well, unless it's like radiation or struck by lightning or something. I mean, if it's a comic book kind of deal, then you never know.
We got some good pugs. Digimon is the pug. They're voting on the
I like it.
evolution one now.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a good one. Here's a good one. You'll like this one. Chronologically, Captain Lovehandles, it's more accurate to depict a T-Rex on a unicycle than it is to depict one fighting a Stegosaurus.
Okay.
See here, look. Stegosaurus is
Right.
85 million years before Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Okay.
And electric unicycles are only 67 million years after it.
Makes perfect
So
sense.
we're talking almost 20 million years closer.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
it's more... Yes, that is a terrible... Yeah, we're getting some good punk. Punk. Paperbagman. Nido, gato. Okay. But yeah, that was a pretty good one. I give that one a punk. I really liked that one. Because it taught me something.
Yeah.
Which is punk.
We're here to learn.
Okay. What it looks like, this goes back to Senor Gato's point. What it looks like, what it acts like. Yeah,
Right.
geese are like vicious dinosaurs, basically.
Right.
You know? So
Yep.
yes, punk. For
I
me,
know that.
but you know,
True.
there's a lot of, it's truth. A lot of
Yeah.
science here. This is a great one, okay? Super freaked out by seagulls. Since I learned they can live into their 30s, I look at every seagull like I wonder if they remember the 90s.
Oh my goodness.
Seagulls might remember the 90s.
They might remember SST records
Exactly.
being played on
Did
the
they?
beach. Yeah.
History facts are punk. You're right, Gato. All right, hold on. Okay. You have to imagine that this is named Dinah. This woman is named Dinah. Hey, Dinah, do you like hang gliding? Never tried it before, but why? Because I would love to see a dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
Is that supposed to be funny? I thought it was dynamite. I know. Fake, yet also funny. I thought it
Cute.
least.
Yeah.
It was cute. I saved it when I saw that for you. Geese are jerks, Senor Gato. It's true. All right, hold on a second. The whole penguin long neck thing just got me thinking. Maybe brontosauruses were adorable too.
Oh,
Isn't that cute?
that would be cute. You know,
I
that's
could see you drawing one of those, Captain Lovehandles.
pretty awesome, actually. Yeah, that looks cool. I mean, some dinosaurs, they kind of extrapolate from a single bone what they think they look like or something, you know? So who knows?
But yeah, it could have been much more chonky.
Right.
All right, hold on. We got one more. Oh, you sweet, wonderful bird. I feel such a special connection with you.
Mm-hmm.
If I was even half your size, I would rip you apart and consume you like the dinosaur that I am. Thank you very much.
Right.
And those are our punk and junks. Okay, we got a couple junks in there. I wonder which one the junks were. The junk one was. They got 2 junks in a row.
Oh,
I'm
my
really
goodness.
curious. I know, they must have not liked that one. But in any case, Captain Lovehandles, it's been fantastic to have you on the show. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you coming out and talking, teaching me a little something about Dinosaur Jr. tonight.
Great. And
yes,
thanks
go ahead.
again. Thanks again to Paperbagman. And we want to give a shout out to Jay Clydes as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jay Kleitz, who did the original Dennis Ball, who's from Future Folk. He just landed an amazing role off-Broadway, like way off-Broadway, doing Cousin, what is it, Eddie?
Cousin Eddie. I think it's like National Lampoon's Broadway Vacation. Yeah.
Broadway, yeah, exactly. And it's like hitting Seattle, it's going out of Seattle. But he's an incredible actor. I highly recommend that you check out History of Future Folk on Netflix. It's a really great movie, and you'll understand more about this show if you watch that show.
Congratulations, Mighty Kevin. Hondo.
Yeah, totally. Hondo, man. Congratulations. That's going to be a cool show, and I hope that it tours because I'll go see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks, ballers. Have a wonderful weekend, and peace out. And
Thanks,
a
ballers.
1 and a 2.
1, 2, 3, Dennis Ball, Dennis Ball. The world outside is making me so sad. But when I watch your show, it seems the world is just a joke, and things don't seem so bad. Your multi-personality is worth more than your pedigree. You're rolling with the punches like a champ. With all your skill, your show, and you like the room when you walk in.
That's just a laugh.
Just a lamp. Dennis Ball.